Hello, everybody. We are here. We have our socks on. We have our wigs on. We're all looking
Leave me
fancy and
alone.
fresh. I love you all. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to RJ from 2 weeks off.
Look
We
at that
missed our
beautiful
sad
face.
boy. Look at
Welcome back.
that. Soft bean. Um,
Gonna mute my-
welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Nexus Adventures. I will be your DM today. My name is Satan, and I can do what I want because it's my world. Um, we'll start off with a quick little intro, as well as a few announcements from the channel from our lovely host, recap, and then we'll jump right in. Why don't we start with lovely Mama Bear, as always.
Hi everyone, I'm Emma, I'm on the internet, and today I'm playing Roshin, our Moon Elf Druid.
Yeah. Next is our newly elvified
That's right.
Anthony.
Hi, I'm Jin. I'm going to be playing Anthony Silverhorn, the Artificer Barbarian, and a bunch of robots.
Bunch of robots. We love them.
Just robots.
Just robots. Next is Resident Sad Boy. Welcome back.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, the resident sad boy. You can catch me at RJ22, blah 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 blah. Today I'll be playing Titus. He's a human. He's also a warlock ranger.
And last but certainly not least, the lovely Lucy.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah, the Hype Goblin. This is my channel. If you didn't get that from the name below me, this is mine. I'll be Lucy, the Changeling Wizard Warlock. Coffee has not kicked in. But if this is your first time with us, we are a charity channel in this house. Just because I like to just be a little teeny tiny bit of change in the world. This month we are raising money for Emma's charity. I always get this right. Emma, can you help me with the name?
The National Black Leadership Commission on Health.
I need to post it. This is our fifth one at this point. They're starting to run together, but they are all incredibly important. We will be talking about them after the show. If you'd like to make a donation directly to our charity of the month, a link will be popping up shortly in chat where you can click on that and go make a direct donation. If you make a donation of $5 to $10, our lovely DM over here, right here, this lady right here, she does all of our artwork. She does all of this wonderful prep for us every week. She will get in touch with you, and you get to make an NPC for our world that we will interact with. They will be important to the story, and they'll probably come up quite a bit. So yeah, go spend your monies there. If you want to influence the show, your bits and subs all go to charity. I don't take any income from this channel whatsoever. Not even when I want a new wig, it's all paid for out of pocket. You're not paying for my lifestyle. We also understand that times are hard and maybe you can't donate. That's okay. We have channel point options down below. So if you're coming back week after week, hanging out with us, we want to reward you too. So you can also influence the game with that.
Yeah, you can. Well, thank you so much for all that information.
You're very welcome.
And we'll do a quick little recap. With the channel points and everything, you can see it on the screen, right under me or below. No, wrong channel. You can see it right under me. There's a board that tells you what you can do with your monthly sub rewards, your bits, and your channel points. So it's a little mini for you guys. They really do help. Trust me. Um, so, whose turn is it to recap? Let's see. Not yes, you, Titus, hasn't been here for the past 2 weeks.
I think it would have been
The
RJ, but since he
rainbow.
wasn't here.
I can do it if you want, because I didn't do last week.
Of course.
Sure. Yeah, it was an interesting session last week with some downtime activities. I learned about salves and potions and poisons. Anthony had a date and then got married, as one does, and may have seen Lucy out on a date as well. There was a big cookout where people were learning their favorite meals, which was lovely bit of bonding time. Kat and Ezra were also there, who gave us some interesting information. I told them about my visions, and they told us about the items and where they're going and what have you. Um, we discovered some favorite foods. Then it was nice. And then at the end, Lucy got adopted by Anthony and Feanor and Roisin, who I'm playing. I forgot the name for a second. It's my character.
She officially has
I'm
a
not
last
feeling well
name,
today, guys.
y'all. Satan, we're
She
gonna
does.
have to update.
Oh, I will have to update.
So yeah, that's a thing. So that's mostly what we did last time.
Yeah.
Oh, I also got a letter from a bard.
You had a lot of paper birds in your hair.
I had a lot of paper birds in my hair. Most of them were just updates from friends. One of them was a bard who says he's not sure if he knows about the two names specifically, but he does know about a pair of twins. He thinks he has some information for us to go find him when we can.
Mm-hmm. So today we come back. Titus had been out gathering information. You did find a little bit of information. No location or specific details, but you have found that where these two families were that ruined your life, they no the main family that was involved in that situation no longer lives where they are. It is another branch of the family, if that makes sense. So you will have to keep doing a little bit of research to where they were if you want to get in contact with the specific people. But from that, that's what you were doing these past 2 weeks with the help of your patron, your ever so sassy patron Beltane, and as well Roisin. You had been spending time with your family, with Ash. There were days where Jarek did have to leave. He does actually work to go and do his work, come back either the same day or a few days later. But those were days that you were left alone with your son, and you get to experience a little bit of what Jarek experienced every day. Ash is it's a lot of energy, a lot of talking. I'm sure you know the energy a 3 or 4-year-old has. Yeah.
At least that is, yes.
Yeah. So it's very much like that. They are curious, they are talkative, they are creative, inventive, and sometimes really wise in strange moments. But he is a lot of work to keep up with, and not in a bad way, just a 4-year-old, a 3 to going 4-year-old. But you do notice that throughout the day or days that you spend with him, he does mention every so often that he's really happy that he gets to spend time with his mommy. But he seems to stick very close to you during those days. Almost like always grabbing at your leg or your hand, or you know. But there's a night where you two spend together. He wants to sleep with you in your bed. You had something you wanted to show him?
Yes. So she will talk him through what she does at night and the prayers that she does and why she does them. Because she wants him to better understand what her life is like when he's not there. And so she teaches him the prayers and how to sit in the position, which I imagine, as all toddlers tend to do, they immediately want to also do it.
Yeah, no. Yes. He is copying you exactly what, if you close your eyes or put your hands together in any sort of way, you see him doing the same thing. He opens an eye, looks to you, fixes himself, and looks to you again, and just goes back.
Um, um, so when Mummy prays to Saloon, and she is the goddess of the moon.
No, I know about her.
That's why Mummy has this.
Mm. If I pray to her, does that mean I'll get that?
Yes. If you choose to worship her, yeah.
Mm.
Although our people worship a lot of gods, so you
Yeah,
can
Dad
decide.
and Grandpa have taught me about Mailiki.
Myliki, yes, that's good.
Mailiki.
She's a unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
Just like this, and I'll show him the little unicorn teddy that I got him for.
Yeah. He just
So,
immediately grabs it.
mhm. So you can pray to whoever you want, but that's who Mommy prays to.
Why?
Well, when Mummy was little girl, she started getting visions from Celine. This was before Mummy had decided she was worshipping her. There was lots of gods, and she quite liked a lot of them. And I lived on the island where they mostly worship Shantaea, but she took an interest in me, and I'm a moon elf, so it felt right.
Mm. What kind of elf am I?
You're a bit of both. You're a moon elf like Mummy, and I'll show him like how our skin matches. But you're also a wood elf like Daddy.
Wood moon elf. Wood moon elf.
Yes,
Wood moon. Wood moon. Moon wood.
moonwood. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Mood.
Mood.
Moon.
I know the words are funny, aren't they?
Yeah.
But there's one other thing I like to do. So you know that I often speak to Daddy because I speak to you just before you go to bed.
Mhm.
And before I go in to do my trance, has Daddy been teaching you how to do your trancing?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Your visions are going to be a bit strange right now because they're going to be of past lives.
He just has a moment of like,
Uh-huh.
I've lived before.
Yeah, that's what your dreams are about.
That's me.
Yeah, exciting adventures you've been on before you were you.
Gods.
I know. Once you're old, like Mummy and Daddy, you'll start having your own.
Okay.
We can practice that soon. But I have this, and I'll show him because Jack should have the pair because Jack gave me a pair.
Mhm.
So this one, when I set it up, this shows me the sky that Daddy can see at night. So that's what your daddy can see right now.
He looks up and he's just kind of like, um, it's really pretty because it's not just a projection like we see in a projector where it's just light on a surface. It very much looks like the ceiling part that is hitting it's converted into the night sky. Um, and he stares at it with big bright eyes, mouth open. He's like, wow.
Yeah. This helps Mummy feel close to Daddy. So when you're over there, you'll see what I can see.
Okay. Dad also showed me there's a necklace and he can feel your heartbeat. And sometimes when I miss you, he'll let me wear it.
Do you want to feel your daddy's?
Yes.
I'll take it off and hand it over to him.
It feels nice. He kind of like presses it against his own.
No. It makes Mummy feel better when she's missing the pair of you.
I miss you a lot, Mama.
I know. I miss you too, darling. It's not easy being away from you.
Daddy says that you're out there making the world a better place and that you're always thinking of me and that you love me very much and that we are always going to be a family and that you're very uh You're very brave.
Mm-hmm. I am. Your daddy's being very brave too, though. And look, you are always with me. Go look at Mummy's back. And I move all of my hair out the way. And I have the family tattoo that I had designed and given to me by Bryn, my bestie. That has a big ash tree. And then it's got the triskele of her island on it. But now to her, it represents the three of them, her family. And then there's the two flowers that represent her and Jarek as well, either side.
He goes, and he's not that tall, so he's kind of standing on the bed, and kind of you feel both of his little warm hands on your back. And you hear another, "Wow, this is really cool."
Do you know what kind of tree that is?
It's an ash tree.
Yes, it is.
Grandpa and Grandma have been teaching me about plants.
Good. That's what Mummy named you after. Ash trees protect people. They protect children, especially. But it was so that
grow
I
up
could
to protect people.
Yes, it's your.
Like you and Dad.
And
Grandpa and Grandma. Okay.
So you'll always be with me there as well.
You kind of just feel him just his little arms around your neck as he hugs you from the back.
And soon, once you're old enough to have your own one, we'll get you something so that you and Mummy can talk whenever you want. For now, you can use the one that Daddy has.
Okay. Sometimes I want to talk to you. Daddy says that I can't talk to you a lot in certain times because you're out there doing stuff.
It is busy, but you know what? You can tell him. Mummy might not always be able to answer, but sometimes maybe just hearing your voice might make Mummy feel better.
Okay. I'll tell him that.
Okay.
I'll tell him that you said that I can.
Yes. Mummy can't always answer, but yes, you can.
Okay.
You can speak into it whenever you want.
Okay. Okay. And he kind of just curls up on your lap. And he presses his ear to your chest so he's listening to your heartbeat while feeling Jarek's. And it's just very soothing. And it doesn't take long for him to fall asleep as he's staring up at the night sky.
Okay. I'll just hold it. She'll just sit there. She'll quite happily trance, kind of like she's done with Lucy before, but she'll trance so that she can focus on holding him.
Well, that was cute. Oh my God. Next, let's see. We did this. Lucy.
Yes, ma'am.
Towards the last few days, it's been a while since your date with Jack. But you hear a call on your sending earring. Hey, Lucy, you free?
She is like currently in the training room, like going at it with her daggers. She'll take a break though and just. I'm in the training room. Yes?
Are you gonna keep training?
I was going to, unless you'd like to come spar with me.
We can spar. It's gonna show you something.
All right. Do you want me to meet you somewhere? Are you coming here?
Come over here.
Where's here?
Workshop.
She'll head to the workshop. Tell me where the fuck I'm going, you dummy. Boys.
It's not like you tell him a lot when you call him.
No.
Exactly.
No. She doesn't tell him shit.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Um, you get there. You walk in. He opens the door for you. And he has a smile on his face. And ushers you in. Um, I was working on something for you. Here we go. Okay, so they're only a little bit stronger, but it only has one charge, but it's stronger. But I updated the stun batons for you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Also, this. He will take out. It's similar but different. The box that he had when you two went out that shows lights. And plays songs. I made one for you in case you want to keep it.
Thank you. She'll take it. Would you like to describe it? Because that was a RP that we did off camera. So.
Yeah. Unlike the one that you saw, it was a bit more rudimentary, less pretty.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it's a cylinder of sorts, and you twist it, and you can see inside different gems. And when you twist it, and choose which gem, it spreads that light out into the room. It's not bright and neon like Rave. It's very soft, more calming. And then when you twist, there's a little crank next to it where it also plays music. It's a music box as well. But yeah, I just wanted to give you those two things. Is there anything else you're going to need?
I showed my patron the Stargazer. She said she'd like one.
Well, you can do that. Didn't take her for one. I was wondering if when you were back, you'd want to go out again. On a proper date.
Lucy looks incredibly uncomfortable.
Or not.
Jack, what are you exactly expecting of me?
For you to be you?
I don't exactly date.
Then we don't. That's why I asked. It's your choice. I just know I really enjoyed my time with you.
I enjoyed my time with you too.
I'm glad. That was what I was aiming for, if you couldn't tell.
If Lucy could blush, but she's in full
I mean,
control of the face. Yeah. She definitely looks a little bashful.
Yeah. But I know that I personally want to spend more time with you outside of the workshop properly. But if that makes you uncomfortable, I'm not going to push it.
I think it's fine. You do understand there's a very strong possibility that I may not come back.
I understand that. Why not then take advantage of the time I have with you?
I've also never been in a proper relationship. Annie and I weren't Together often.
What does that have to do with us?
I don't know.
You say you want to be in a relationship with me?
I don't know. I don't know what that entails.
It entails whatever the two people who it involves want. There's no rules set in stone. You see.
Well, everyone acts like they are. She just kind of like crosses her arms and just puffs.
He's gonna bring you into a high and kiss your cheek. What do you want? What makes you happy?
She like, I imagine like when he's hugging her, like her arms are still crossed.
Mm-hmm.
She just like leans her shoulder or her head on his shoulder. Chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Get you more chocolate. No white chocolate. No bitter dark chocolate. Milk chocolate.
Nodding.
No seafood. Only crab cakes.
Fish is fine too, just no shrimp.
No shrimp. What do you want out of me? What do you want from me?
I don't know. I've told you I've never done this before, so. Sex?
All right. I figured.
Well, you asked.
Is that all you want? If it is, I'll respect that.
I like talking to you too.
I like talking to you. I like spending time with you.
I like spending time with you too. There are definitely worse people to spend time with.
Thank you. I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Outside of the bedroom, yes.
Yeah, of course.
Do I have to tell your uncle?
It's
Oh
up
god,
to
he's
you.
my father now.
Stepfather, in a way.
I'm not telling him.
And don't.
Fine.
So, do you want to date me?
I guess. Assuming I make it back again.
Should we make it back again? Do you want me to... Would you feel comfortable if I went out with other people?
Would you feel comfortable if I went out with other people?
See, I asked first.
I'm fine with it.
Alright.
Annie and I were never monogamous.
I know how you are. I'm not planning on changing that.
Fine.
Do you want to be in a relationship with me?
Yes. She's still very much like...
Yeah.
I'm losing feelings in my arms. Can you let me go for a minute?
He'll let you go. He'll take a step forward and just kind of like if you don't want in a way that you could pull away should you wish. He'll step forward and kind of gently put his hands on your face and give you a kiss.
She'll let him.
Like a sweet lingering kiss.
I think we're leaving soon.
Well, that's sad.
It is. You should lock the door and I'll make us both happier about it. And we will go to Black Bear.
Fade to Black Bear. Well, that's happening. Or after that. You'll gather together. Let's see. Titus, you will be introduced to two people. Beltane is there, first of all. And you will be introduced to people. One, a short purple tiefling with curly white hair. Let me make sure RJ is here with us. There you go. Yeah, Titus will be introduced to two people. A short tiefling, a purple tiefling with curly white hair and white eyes. His name's Cataclysmia. And with her is a taller Shatterkai elf. He has dark light gray skin, black hair, light gray eyes, wears black, and it's very obvious that he serves the Raven Queen with the giant raven on his armor. His name's Ezra. But you're all together in a room, and Beltane is there, and he looks to you with that smile that means he has something that might make you, and then that smile makes you nervous. Oh, good, you're here.
Well,
So, I've been talking. She says pestering, but I've been talking to Lady of Twilight. And I know you're all very busy, end of the world, God wars, all that stuff, chaos, whatever. Anywho, I've been talking to her to let me borrow a few little workers of her. And Tiefling looks up at him. I'm not on a payroll. Like, it's not like, I'm more of a freelance. Anyway, she
Independent
cuts
contract.
exactly. She cuts him off and goes up to you, Titus, and she's like 5 feet. She's short, and puts a hand out to you. And says, "I'm Cataclysmia Strongheart. I'm a researcher, anthropologist, scientist, and all around fun girl. Hi."
She also has a
That's,
fabulous cat. It's very
Yes.
large.
I do. Wait, she'll snap her fingers, and you see a very large, fluffy cat.
Okay, that's what we're talking about. Got it. All right.
You see the Shatterkai raise an eyebrow at you.
Listen, dealing with this one, I don't know what to expect. Points over to Lucy.
What's that supposed to mean? She goes and scoops up Cataclysmia's cat. It's like small child size.
Yeah, it's most child's size.
Darling, sometimes you mix business and pleasure and phrasings.
I don't care. Cuddles with the cat.
Yeah. This is Ezra, partner and cleric to the Raven Queen. We were told you need help looking for information,
Yes.
and I deal in information.
I thought
More
you were
than
an
just scientific kind.
good. I thought you were just an anthropologist.
I'm not just one thing, darling.
Well, any help that I can get is appreciated.
Well, that's what I'm here to help you with. I've gotten some details from your... She looks to Beltane.
Daddy.
Okay, I was making sure he wasn't, like, lying. But, to each their own. Who am I to judge?
Right. So you've been brought up to at least my background.
Yes. So sorry about that. Really sucks.
Mm.
Um, but I'm here to help you make it not suck as much, I guess. Wow. Sorry. I'm a little awkward sometimes.
That's fine.
Um, it's funny because the shadow kind of looks at her with an erased eye. I was like, people think I'm bad at small talk.
Well, let's get down to brass tacks. Skills, both of you, abilities, knowledge base. I want to know what I'm working with.
I did have some magic, but I've kind of traded that in. Physically, I can punch your fucking lights out if that's what you're looking for. But also mentally, I am a researcher first and foremost. That an ideal both on scientific research, anthropological research.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I have a few connections to more shady business, if you will. I have a group of friends that I can contact.
All right.
So information is what I'm here for. And this guy, she pats Ezra on the chest, is here to keep me warm at night and make sure we don't die. He just shrugs.
All right. All right. It's a pleasure meeting both of you. Hope we can work well together.
He also kicks ass.
They're both pretty badass. I've seen it. I used to travel with them.
Hmm.
Ro, should we also tell them about the place?
The place? What place?
What
I like
place?
places.
The asylum?
Yes, definitely think it's worth them knowing about that.
Asylum.
Yes, there's a location in Elron that houses people who have various conditions, some of which are magical instability mixing with mental health conditions.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, right.
And it seems idyllic by all accounts, but we happen to know of a person who was effectively traded in to a cult, to the she who creates chaos. I forgot the name.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Chaos Lady. Got it.
yeah, the chaos lady. And they were using her and her magic and created a domination sigil on her body, and we fought her actually. But she's since been dealt with and is somewhere safe. They lied to her next of kin, claimed that she had died, gave them back ashes that were not her. So there are some staff members we have been able to identify the name of a doctor. It is worth keeping an eye on your travels as well,
Okay.
because it seems that this cult ties to the items that we're looking for as well. I believe they're looking for them. They may have been using her when they went to the Black Isles because they were looking for something. And she says she didn't think they found it, but she spoke through cult members that they had different stripes on their robes that showed different ranks.
Oh, that's right. We also have these. She'll pull out the stack of paperwork and hand it to Ro. Sorry, it looked boring, so I just forgot about it.
There's a reoccurring name that seems to have dealt with the people that we know. There's someone who is still there. We promised that we would try and get them out if we can, but it's a delicate situation.
All right. I will take a look at these. If y'all need anything else, as I told your friend here, I'm able to get information. I have a friend and sort of part of just a network of people who move underground, basically. There's a network of information. I have a friend that's a part of it, and I've worked with them before. They owe me quite a few favors.
Yeah.
There's a bard in... What was the name of the town? Keeg?
Mm-hmm.
There's a bard in Keeg named Ashtai. She's the one who gave us a lot of our information. She might be of help to you. Tell her that we spoke.
Ashtai,
She looks like this. Lucy just shifts.
She's a. What's the name of the race again?
Kalashtar.
Kalashtar. She's a Kalashtar.
I think I've seen her before. She actually might be part of this information network.
She said she was working with someone. Lucy switches back to her normal blonde self.
They do work with a lot of bards.
Yes, I have a bard friend actually. Hi, Titus. That got back to me. I put out feelers to all the people that I know that travel around that can gather information, and he got back saying that while he hadn't heard of your brother's name specifically, he does have information on a pair of twins that he thinks we might be very interested in. His name is Xander. You might have seen him. Kat, I think I met him after my time with you both. He's sort of part tiefling, part earth genasi. He's hard to describe, but he's
I
kind of
know who
an
you're
opal.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him.
Sweetheart.
Yes, he is. So I would quite like to go and see what information he has. He might have information on your brother's Titus. So, but he knows me as well. So, if you need to get in touch with him, Kat.
I know how to contact that network. So whatever resources I have, Titus Valentine, they are yours. I'm more than happy to help. I can't hear you.
I can't thank you enough for your help in all of this. You too, sir. I didn't catch your name.
Ezra.
Ezra. Cool.
Yeah. Of course.
You should show him the coin trick.
She looks to him. He gives her a look. No. She like kind of moves into Lucy. Just wait till it turns around. As you are talking, so you give the information of the asylum to Kat and the doctor. Kat is there to help you. Is there anything else that you wish to ask for after the information that you got? Do we want to reiterate the information that you got from her to Titus?
Sure.
Locations.
Yeah. So we know that one of these items is likely in the northern wastes, in the desert part of it, correct? Not the marshy part.
Mm-hmm. The northern wastes.
Yeah. And one we believe is likely on the Black Isles. There are no other known locations to you, Kat, right now?
I have theories and suspicions, but nothing concrete. There are a few that might not even be on either two continents.
Or this plane of existence.
Maybe. I mean, I do have knowledge of extra far off realms and other planes, so I could help there, but I figure we first might want to deal with the ones that are on this plane closest to us.
Yes, well.
I mean, it's a possibility they could be anywhere. So, yes, they could be in a far-off realm, in the depths of the abyss, in the ninth layer of hell, or
Shadowfell?
Shadowfell. It points to Ezra.
Yeah.
But it's a possibility they could be all in this plane. I don't know. If these are all the ones that that do exist, I will try my best to, excuse me. I will try my best to get them, get the information, get the location of them.
Hmm.
I haven't worked this much in so long. It's great. I miss it.
I'm glad we could assist.
It's just, when you're freelance, kind of you get hired by like rich old people to like get like artifacts, and sometimes those artifacts don't really belong to them, so sometimes I don't find them, or I lose them, or they are broken.
Yes, I seem to remember joining the pair of you in a particularly long and rather drudgery dungeon. Fun times.
Yes.
Speaking of rich old people, Lucy produces a copy of the ledger. She's made 2 copies of it in her time here.
Mm-hmm.
We apprehended a slaver who sourced people.
See both. I mean, Ezra's face is already like, but she just kind of frowns. She just frowns. Just
If
like
you can...
we have a bad taste in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Lucy isn't too happy to be talking about it either. We know this code name, and she'll point to Gregor's and where it's been. She has like a this equals this. You can figure out who any of the others are. Let me know.
All right.
And if you come across anyone associated with this gentleman, she slips one of her maps into it. Anyone looking to run can run there.
All right. You got it, Miss Lucy. We're gonna be working so much. She pats Ezra's arm and he just,
Yes, this is what I do. Yes.
That's his excited face.
I can see it.
There's a slight quirk at the...
It's right there. She points at his face. It's funny enough. Instead of frowning, you actually see it. The quirk kind of like more prominent. But okay. Wow, I just got a lot of homework. This is gonna be great. I mean, exciting to do research and find stuff and beat up bad guys and all that stuff, but not exciting that these things exist in the world. But anywho.
It's your stock and trade.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna go off and start doing some work. Honey, can you go? I'm just gonna say something real quick to Lucy. Just nods and starts leaving. And he motions to you, Titus, and Lucy's like.
Lucy like elbows Titus. Watch this.
What?
She takes out a coin, throws it. You see that she throws it at his ass. But at the last second, you see his hand catch it.
Not fair.
Listen, Titus, you can literally bounce a coin off his ass.
It's really fun
She's
to watch.
seen it. Yeah.
It's quite an impressive ass.
I have some things to think about.
But I'll talk with you later.
Who, me?
Yes.
Sure.
Is yours more muscular? Mine's too soft for that to happen.
Same.
By the by, I heard it was a certain boy's birthday soon.
Oh, yes.
He'll reach into his cloak and he'll pull out, like, a ragdoll Roshin. And you'll see, like, on his fingers, there's bandages.
Oh, you made it!
That's adorable.
I'm really proud of this one. And he goes to the back, unzips it, and flips it inward, and on the other side's a blue bear.
Oh.
I had a lot of
That's
time on
wonderful.
stakeouts.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you used that time for this. Thank you. That's very kind.
Yeah.
If you're available, I'm sure. Well, anyway, I'm not even convinced I'm going to be there for his birthday, but thank you. This is very kind. You'll love it.
Oh, I'm sure. If you put a little sending stone inside and just don't tell him about the flip, you could probably just like talk to him through the doll.
Good. Yes.
If you put one of those little message thingies where you squeeze it and record a message and you put it in between the bear and the ragdoll.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have one of those. It's a blue bear that he has. I think the bear is blue. The one that he currently has. And she put a little message of her telling him goodnight.
No.
Adorable. Oh god, I gotta get the kid a present.
Yes.
Don't get him
Well.
anything that casts speak with animals. I already got that. Jack's working on it.
Okay,
Right.
got it. No speak with animals.
We didn't think that a ring would be good for a toddler, so.
Oh no.
No. He is prone
Wand
to
of
getting little things in his
fireballs.
mouth as well. So.
No.
Oh,
No.
I'm joking. I would never give a 4-year-old a wand of fireballs. I would wait till he's 5.
I
I
gave
gave
him a
him circle
dagger.
of blasting.
Now he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, you're all,
You're welcome.
my poor husband.
Just give the kid a knife.
I
He
already
has
did.
one. Yeah.
Oh.
I gave it to
See,
him the first time I saw him. He
Yeah,
loves
I
me.
gave him a cute little one that's made of driftwood with like shells attached to it, and it was very adorable. And he was poking people with it, but no, then he got a dagger. So
Titus leans over to Lucy. Could you imagine the chaos that a little kid could do with your daggers? Just teleporting around the place?
Lucy just smile. You know the scene in Birds of Prey where like Harley Quinn, like the drugs flying, she just breathes in and it's just that big old... That's Lucy's face right now. Roshin should be scared.
Yes, you're all very amusing. But anyway,
You can
I'm
hear Jared groan and you're like
Groan
somewhere
and
in the world.
house father. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him things to diversify what his interests might be, so that he can
Oh,
try
Then you-
everything out.
He's been
Yeah.
taking dance lessons. It's the cutest.
He has been taking dance lessons.
My patron and I went out and bought
He's
him a lot
been-
of tutus.
Yes, and he's been writing songs, so he's learning music with his father, and he's learning about animals and trees, of course.
Okay, so he's got Druid down. He's got
Bard.
I taught him about the gods last night, so if he
Cleric?
really wants to branch it, possibly.
If he wants to learn cleric, Ezra.
Yes, his father's a paladin as well, so.
There you go.
You should get him a poisoner's kit. That was my favorite when I was little.
Maybe like a children's chemistry set first. We'll build to poisons.
Well, I mean, poisons are chemistry.
I know,
well,
but
I got him a
puts-
robot.
Okay.
What?
Oh, well, there's that as well.
I can teach him how to punch things really hard.
It's soon 2.0 actually, so it's a learning robot and will be Ash's constant companion.
Okay.
So
Well, we
Jarek
have a-
has to deal with 2 toddlers.
Lucy leans into Titus. Once they move here, she said I can get him a puppy.
Yes, I did. I'm going to be awakening a tree once we get a home here as well, so he'll have a tree friend.
Mm.
Well, this kid's gonna be so spoiled.
Yeah.
Of course
I
he
just-
is. He has us for aunts and uncles.
I don't want him feeling like there's expectations on him and what he wants to be, so I just want him to have everything available to him, and then he can choose.
Oh, Khrushchev will watch over him with the other soon, so.
Did you create him a
Evie.
nanny?
I did. I essentially created a nanny.
That's amazing.
If you need someone to teach him on different types of weapons.
Thank you. Actually, that's appreciated. We'll wait till he's, maybe in double digits before all of this dangerous stuff happens. But
It's always a good learning experience to start young because, if they hurt themselves, that's going to be a very important lesson that they're going to learn.
well, there's hurting yourselves with sticks, and there's hurting yourselves with daggers.
Yeah,
That's a blunt dagger.
you have to understand the type of damage that a weapon does to know what you're dealing.
Right. I just
Why
don't want
aren't
my
you
child
giving
to
the
die.
child wooden weapons?
Where's the fun in that?
Ezra
Well,
looks to Lucy and nods. Like,
It's a weight thing. You don't want to hurt yourself with overexertion with weight.
you can give him dulled weapons.
Now, I appreciate this, everyone, but I already worry about my son enough, given that I can't be with him. So I'd rather not also worry about him.
I mean, it could be in a later date. I just think the earlier that you teach them, the better they'll be at the chosen weapon. Like, you see like a spiked chain on his hip. I started learning this when I was, I think in human years 7.
Yeah, so he's an elf, and he's currently 4, which is itty bitty for an elf. But I trust his father's a very good fighter, and he'll be learning about that from him.
I know there's a children's book called The ABCs of the Weave.
He could learn magic.
Well,
It's not so much a spell book as like A for abjuration.
yeah.
Maybe my patron could give him magic, just something a little bit.
No.
It's funnily enough, at that moment, the Lady of Twilight walks in. I'm not giving a 4-year-old magic.
Yeah,
It's just
there's
something little. Maybe you could have given him speak with animals. Then he wouldn't
No.
need a present. Well, fine.
I
Party
just
pooper.
feel like there's something intrinsically wrong about binding contracts in children.
Yes.
Exactly.
My contract isn't binding. I can get out of it when I want.
You're
Right.
not a
Robots
child.
can't be bound to contracts, so I think robots are the way to go.
Once they acquire their own conscience and sentience, they could.
Once they're old enough for consent for all things, then they can consent to
Look, I
binding
have
contracts with
not
patrons.
made them conscious. Well, Soon and Kristoff and Freya are conscious, but not the big one.
Technically, soon Freya and Kristoff could come into a contract with me.
Do not contract by robots.
So it's okay for my son, but not
Soon, do you
okay for
want-
your robots.
Titus just like looks over. Soon, do you want to be contract buddies?
Soon gives a thumbs up.
Yes. You could do the blasty thing that I do.
He looks to everybody and just gives a very loud beep and says, fuck.
Now, if you children are done having fun,
We were working too.
We
Call
were.
it a break.
right.
They've been working very, very hard at giving me grey hair.
Did you need something?
I need to know when you're going to start off on the next leg of your little item journey.
Yes, well, we were originally discussing that with Kat. And Titus here as well. This information she can give him.
Right.
Where are we going next?
Pulls up map.
Furshire.
Are we all going to
We should
Fairnshire?
probably
Yes.
start there. We've put it off for a while.
Yes, that's where Xander said he could meet us as well, the bard with the information on the twins.
Good. There's also... Oh, I need to get some paperwork from...
And there's that Triton woman we have to go and try and find.
Yes, that's what I was referring
Fairnshire.
to. Kat, how often are you in the
Yes.
south of the continent?
Whenever I need to be.
Do you have a map?
Darling, I have many maps. What do you need?
Ilrun, please. Also, niece. She will mark the locations that Shadow gave her of where the money's found.
Mhm.
If you find anything on this, let me know.
Okay.
I plan to
Oh
roll it
god,
into
so
my
much homework. Okay. It's great.
Not a
Love it.
priority. I can also take care of it on my own.
Oh,
But-
no, that's fine. I mean, if I'm gonna be there, I might as well,
I plan to roll the funds into my little project, so
Alright. Reallocation of assets? You got it.
thank you.
Mhm.
Be a lot more expedient if we divide and conquer this.
Oh, I also got paperwork for all of you. Hang on. She'll call Shadow. Is everything ready?
Yes.
Can you bring it to us, please?
Where are you?
I have no idea where we are, but I'll give a Lucy tells.
It's like they have like drawing rooms basically where you meet
Conference
up.
room
Mhm.
C.
Yeah, conference rooms.
Oh, Titus,
Alright.
this is for you.
Conference
I'll
room
pass over.
C3, please.
An anti-venom.
Um,
I made it.
Antitoxin and a poison.
Antitoxin, yeah.
Anthony only gets the antitoxin. He doesn't get the poison. We're special.
Well, I only made the one poison. You're special, Lucy.
Oh, well, I already knew that.
Mm.
Like I was saying, would it be more expedient if we divided and conquered?
Quite possibly, yes.
So my main objective here is to get more information on the items and to help Mr. Titus here.
Right.
While I'm doing that, I will also be doing research on everything else you have presented me with, which is relocation of assets, information on this. She holds a ledger, and what else did you give her? I think that's it.
So there's the money, there's the items, there's hooking up with Xander if she needed it as well.
Mhm.
Oh, Lucy would have also told her about
The
May's
map.
On
family.
the whose family?
May's.
May's family
in the
and
Northern Wastes, yeah.
yeah, and also the asylum.
And the asylum, yeah. Oh, if
Yeah.
we're going to the Northern Waste anyway, that's where May's family is from. Although they're just over the river and the desert is further to the north.
Right, but we still don't
I
know
mean,
where
you're
to look
going-
for them. So.
You're going to have to go on foot either way, so you're gonna go through.
Yeah.
There's no teleportation to that area, as far as I know.
Anthony, what's the route that the Northern Orc tribe takes?
Other sides of the mountains, I think.
Would they cross into that area?
Sometimes if they're hunting, but not really. Remember, the mountains are guarded by a dragon.
Right. Well, he didn't seem to care that they were hunting there.
They're on this sort of like southwestern curve of the northern mountains.
Yeah, but they have
I
like
have
a
a
route that they travel.
Mhm.
Yes, there is a route they travel, but it would be easier just to pop into Loomberry and go northeast rather than go
It's
west.
like that, right? Sorry, I just drew on a
How-
map. I'm aware the viewers can't see that.
Anthony, how do you want to handle Loomberry?
Oh,
Are we staging?
I asked Tessa to take my seat.
Right. Are we throwing you a funeral?
Yes and no.
I have an idea on how to pull it off if you want.
I'm still sorting it out. I did tell my lady queen that I'm at her service, although I did change.
Does
My
she know?
parents know.
And she knows that you plan to keep your public death public and your current life private.
Not in so many words, she knows I died.
Right. Well, if we're going to be killing you publicly, you might want to let her in on that little plan.
I'm not there yet, but I will.
Would you like to hear how it can be done? So you can think about it.
Yes.
Lucy pulls out. She actually wrote down a plan for Anthony. All right. So, we'll need a cleric, and we'll need we'll need Jack's help for this one. The way it'll work is we'll have 2 decoys, me and either Shadow or Echo, whichever one's free to help. And her plan is Jack returns home a few days before the rest of the party with whoever he's run off with, because he's been gone for a while. He's met someone. He's home. That gets Lucy into Loomberry disguised as whatever disguise she chooses. The party comes in with the changeling portraying Anthony's body being brought back by the group. The group is bringing back news of his death and his body to Loomberry to be buried. They hide, they go inside. Lucy can make the switch with the changeling, or the changeling can operate as the body still. But basically, they have someone casting gentle repose on the body, and the body will look dead for all intents and purposes. So there can be a brief viewing. People can see that there is a dead body. And then the casket is basically closed, taken away, and during the switch, whoever is in the casket can be taken out. And rocks buried. I've done it before.
Well, sounds pretty solid.
Why do you have this plan? I mean, yes, I'm impressed, don't get me wrong, just...
She's done many wonderful things in her life.
Well, I wouldn't really call it wonderful, but...
I
I turned a lovely woman into a widow with this one. It was quite fun.
Well, if Fëanor wants to be involved, he could be our cleric. If not, we have Ezra. Perhaps? Yeah.
Look, I'm going to put my foot down and say I'm not ready for this.
That's fine. It's just an option.
Yes, I appreciate it, don't get me wrong. My mortality is something I'm still dealing with, as I hope.
All right. She'll just hand him the paper with the plan on it.
Thank you, Lucy. I do appreciate it. Small steps.
Oh, Lucy, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. Remind me to do that when we're alone.
Am I in trouble?
No, good thing,
Okay.
not bad thing.
I trust you when you say that.
Yes, I'm not really a liar. Well, something for us all to consider. For now, Fernshire. Titus, do you want to come with us to Fernshire and meet this bard? Oh, you're muted, dear.
Oh.
Or quiet, one of the two.
Geez, why does my mic not pick up when I want to be quiet and pensive?
Rude.
Sure, that would work for me.
We'll see what information he has about these twins. Could be a lead for you.
It's better to get more information than less and then part ways.
Yes. We can part ways in Fernshire. All right. Well, we know what we're going to do. Kat, you know to just stay in touch if you need to. And I'll tap the earring.
Do. In case anybody, would anybody else like a way to contact me?
Well, we have Rome.
Yeah.
Perhaps for Titus, you could get something for him.
Oh yeah, here you go, darling. She'll go into her bag and produce. I always keep spares of this. It is a. It's an earring, but it's like a clasp, like an ear clasp. And she'll like just put that on. These are so much easier than just keep stabbing holes into my ear, and it takes time to heal, so just
All right. Well,
set of earrings. Well, I have my homework. Lots of homework. If you need information on the Northern Waste, I would say go to Valaise because it Well, actually, there's a few towns that border it. They probably might know some. I have a lot of contacts. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay.
All
Thank
that stuff. I love you all very much. I have a lot to deal with.
Yeah. It was so good
Come
to
on,
see you
babe.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her a big hug.
Yeah, no, she's gonna go and give you a big hug.
And an arm pat for Ezra, because I know he's not a hugger.
Yeah, he just gives you a nod. And she'll put her hand out for Lucy, Anthony, and Titus to shake.
Lucy will give her a hug.
Oh, she just has an excited face.
Don't read too much into it. I'm trying something.
As Titus is shaking her hand, do you take coffee or tea?
Darling, I'm a researcher. Coffee is my best friend.
Daddy,
Yes,
best roast for Cat, please.
of course, always. He literally just poofs out.
Why don't you ever do that for us?
Because I know all of you and you're my friends and we treat each other like shit.
Rude.
That's
Except for Ro.
yeah.
Ro's the only good one.
Yeah.
We treat each other like shit as a sign of affection.
Yes.
Except for Ro.
I have a brother like that.
Yeah.
He's a little shit.
Yeah.
Is he the one who likes that weird little beaded bag?
Yes.
Mm.
Well, I'll leave y'all to it.
All right.
We're actually gonna be in the library should you need anything, so I'll be here for a little bit. But I'll be off doing whatever whatever I gotta do. God, there's so much. Anyway, bye. She'll say bye.
Sorry if I sounded weird about the plan. I
Fine.
appreciate it.
You have every right to feel weird about it. It's not like it's a common thing people have to deal with.
I mean, yeah.
It's
You'd be surprised.
It's a really good plan. It really is.
I think it's weirder that you just apologized for acting weird. Are you feeling okay?
Yes. Thank
Lucy
you.
starts like
Forehead.
checking his forehead.
Look, Fëanor says I need to be more open, so I am.
well,
Did
Took
his
you dying.
Did his emotional intelligence change? She leans into Ro.
quite possibly, yes. I
Amazing.
think maybe it's the scare of it shaking loose some things, maybe.
It's more I'm not in constant pain anymore.
Don't have to hold on to things quite so tightly.
New start, new body. I'm less burdened.
Well, it's appreciated, but we understand, all right?
And if we're going into Loonberry, my family already knows a bit. They got purposely mixed messages on my end so they could deal with it.
That's
Plus,
Speaking of, would you like to roll me a percentile dice? Check.
We'll deal with that when you're ready.
19.
Okay. Anthony. Dear brother.
Hello. My sibling.
What do you mean you died?
I died.
What do you mean you're giving up your... What do you mean you're a... I really threw a paper bird.
Well, I wasn't coming back to Loonberry anytime soon.
And you're giving up your seat.
Well, I'm kind of, not there anymore.
Did you know if you're giving up your seat, it goes to Jack because you assigned him as your heir?
Technically, it falls to whoever I assign. Jack's not there, therefore you're in charge,
He
Tessie.
can be brought back.
No, he's perfectly fine where he is.
They're going to look for him. He is the one that's up next. You made this decision.
Yes, I did, I suppose. Should I come back and say no, Tessie's involved?
You need to come back and change it, yes?
Right, fine, I'll come back and change it and then I'll die. How's that?
I have no idea what in the nine hells you've gotten yourself involved with, but
Reincarnation?
dear gods. Is my child doing alright?
Yes, he is doing wonderful. He kicked my ass the other day, and
Good, you deserve it.
that's uncalled for, Tessie. But
I
all
think
right,
it's very called for with everything you've been doing.
Tessie, how are you doing?
I'm stressed. If you haven't noticed.
First Lady of Bloomberry's not treating you well. All right, we'll come back home and talk to everybody. How's that?
You do what you need to do. Whatever it is that you need to do. If you want me to take over the seat, I will. I'm not giving up Loonberry to somebody else.
No. We're going to come that way sooner or later, so we can talk then.
Alright, so we'll talk. At least contact the right people. And change whatever it is you need to change. I don't want Jack to be... Not after everything, not after what's been going on. Don't want him to be the Lord of Bloomberry.
Don't worry. The right people have been already contacted.
Right, then just tell him then that I'll take over from my dear absent brother. Dead or alive, whatever.
I will. He misses you and loves you.
I know, I talked to him. I love you, Anthony.
Love you too, Tessie.
Stop being so stupid. It just ends there.
He just goes, so we need to go talk to my family when we're ready.
I
So,
think
like,
that's
never
more
then.
when you're ready.
You're
I'm
right,
assuming
Titus.
that was your sister?
Yeah. Kind of know what happened. Anyways, Tessie's needs me to sign some paperwork, basically.
All right.
That an immediate problem, or?
Currently Jack is the Lord of Loomberry.
Oh, oh no. Oh no. Titus puts a hand on Anthony's shoulder. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, I trust Jack, but Tessie's the more assertive
Oh, I mean,
person.
like, he's here. They're gonna try and want to get some extradition papers and stuff.
When
Yeah,
they find
so
out he's working with the enemy, then
we should probably go to Loomberry.
Have you told him?
That he's the Lord of Bloomberry? No.
Yes.
Why
Me
would
to
I
tell
do
him?
that?
I'm gonna go inform my patron.
Well, let's wait until I sign the paper off. Then we can just make Tessie the Lord of Bloomberry, and that's that.
we can travel north from Fernshire through Loonberry to get to the northern Mace. I know it means going over the mountains, but
And technically, I'm still alive, so I just assigned her the seat without doing the paperwork.
Lucy just rolls her eyes and steps out of the room.
I had a lot on my mind,
Oh,
particularly death.
Is her patron
Or-
nearby?
oh.
Yeah.
She'll go
You
find
She's
can-
still
her.
with us. I don't
contact
think
her,
she
she'll
didn't
meet
go
you.
away. She
Oh, did
came
she
to
leave?
meet us though, didn't she? Yeah, did she leave?
She's in. It's a pretty large room. She's just having tea with Peanut in her lap.
Lucy's gonna sit down next to her and sigh.
It's like in a corner of the room, so
Mhm.
it's like separate from where you guys are.
You're not going to like
That's-
this.
I heard.
Can you keep him protected?
Of course.
Good.
Do they know he's here?
His family does.
All right. If that information gets out, he will be branded a traitor, much like his own uncle.
Right.
He won't be able to go back. There would be a price on his head.
Lucy gets up and goes over to Anthony. You're telling him or I am?
I'll tell him.
Good, let's go.
All right.
She'll pull him by the arm to Jack's office. Knock on the door.
Technically, nobody really knows I'm dead. Dead.
Technically, someone can find out, and then you're putting him in a load of shit.
I'm not talking about where he is.
And you don't know who your families talk to. People have loose lips, even when they don't expect to be giving up information they can. He deserves to know. He can prepare.
The door opens and Jack is there. Hair always in kind of a mess.
Oops.
Apron on, it's stained, because he's been working on different things. But, smile on his face. Hi.
Hi.
We need to come in.
Trouble?
No, more of,
Potentially. She just
Like-
takes Anthony and shoves him in.
all right.
Okay. He closes the door, locks it.
Told your mother about what happened. Told your grandparents. Told your uncle.
So they know you're alive.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, if they got word from you, that means they know you're alive.
Yes. That's why you should understand. I've been an absentee lord for some time now and gave up my seat recently.
And
You being my heir technically makes you the next lord. But
and
I gave it to your mother in writing until you are ready to take the seat yourself. But I need to go to Loomberry to do all the official work, basically. In the meantime, you need to return to Loomberry to make it look like you've just run away. You can come back.
Right.
Of course, if you want to do this.
Whatever helps, Uncle.
I could simply just appear as I once was and just make the paperwork go through. You don't need to be involved so much as I just need to sign a few dots.
Do you want to inform him of the consequences if they find out he's been here?
Though we do have good ties with our kingdoms, they might brand you traitor.
Right. Well, that's fun. Right. Um,
Jack. He'll
yeah.
reach up and just take his shoulders. If you need to step away from this, I can deal with it.
I'm thinking. Okay, so how about this, right?
Mm.
I don't want to be Lord Bloomberry either now or ever. No surprise there. Um, but say you're dead, right?
Mm.
Are you going to go back dead or alive? What are you?
I think I need to go back as Lord Silverhorn, whether I like it or not.
Is it possible for me to impersonate you? To push things through?
Do you want to be dead or do you want to be alive?
Unfortunately, I think I need to be alive.
No, you don't.
Oh,
Right? I ran off. You said, I am now Lord of Bloomberry. I come back. The news that my uncle died means I have to take a seat. I'll take the seat for a little bit, decide it's not for me, give it up to my mother. Done. Come back.
who are you, Jack?
He's brilliant, that's what he is.
Yes. You've got a knack for weird politics. I like it.
I grew up with you
Yeah.
and mom and uncle.
Right, the three of us could ruin countries if we wanted to. Yes, I
Yeah.
forget sometimes.
Done. You're dead. I'm Lord for like a week. Mom gets a seat. Done.
There'll be a lot of questions about where you've been.
I was young. I ran off with someone. Where I wanted to live my life outside of Bloomberry. There are many reasons why some of my age would leave. I lived there my whole life. Maybe Uncle sent me away because I should know more of the world of college before I became Lord one day. Saw liked it a bit too much, came back, don't want to stay. It's not particularly wrong.
People abdicate thrones all the time.
I don't want to have to be pretending to be something I'm not in such a situation where I can be spending my time here actually working on things that'll help all of you in what you're doing.
All right, Jack.
Did you tell your uncle what you made?
No. What did I make?
What did he make?
She eyes where the bandage supplies are.
Ah, I kind of finalized the silver poison bandages.
I just laugh and grab him and hug him tightly. My brilliant boy!
Oh,
Look
hi.
at you. You're right. You are better suited here than on any seat in politics.
Yeah. Plus, I'm better with my hands than I was gonna say something, but,
Lucy just
Well.
silently laughs.
well, anywho, I'm better suited here, making inventions that'll actually help change the world instead of trying to fight with 3 other lords and ladies and whatever the fuck on what law should be passed on the taxation of cheese.
Taxation of cheese is very important.
There's a tax on cheese.
There
Yeah,
is. It helps
there
regulate
is.
the farming industry and the regulation
Depending
of
on the
cattle
cheese, it'll
and
depend on the
goats,
tax and where it was made. Oh god.
sheep. Sheep only
Longer
get
it
taxed
takes
for
to
one
be
or the other.
made.
Yeah. There's wool sheep and there's milk sheep, so there's the taxation.
I'm already
for one or the
bored.
other.
Yep.
It's important. But yes,
Well, you're dead now, so you're not gonna have to deal with that.
I'm not dead. And Lucy came up with a rather brilliant plan on how I died.
I mean, I think if you make it stupid enough, people will believe it.
Eh,
He already blew up one workshop.
Exactly. I was about to say. It was only a matter of time before you blew yourself up.
I would rather have it that I went down in a blaze of glory, not because I was trying to invent something. Thank you.
Okay. Well, whatever it is, tell me what it is, and I'll make sure I'll stick to that script.
We'll
Pull
come
out
up
the
with
paper
something
Lucy gave me.
believable.
Yeah.
I think we could modify this.
What's this?
Hand him the paper. Lucy knows how to fake death uncannily well. It's a little weird, but I like it.
Not surprised.
Anyways, we have to go to Fernshire. But if you need me in Moonberry with you, I'll go there.
I'll be fine.
I can send somebody with you if you want.
I can talk to my patron. They can send one of the changelings along impersonating whoever you ran off with. Might help sell the story a little bit.
Alright.
You tell your mother you're not getting married. Shit, I need to tell her I got married. Don't tell your mother I got married.
Have you told her you adopted me yet?
No, I've done a lot of things, not yet.
Oh, you're such deep shit.
Look, I've had to prioritize a lot of things in the span of a week.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys deal with that. I'm gonna go. Oh god, I have to wear fancy clothes again.
Oh, and
Ugh.
Titus has my house. Sorry.
What?
You're living here.
Well, that's just rude.
The mountains are his.
Get out of my workshop.
Laugh and kiss his cheek as I leave.
He looks to you, Lucy.
Are you sure you don't want to go back? You'd have a very cushy life.
And?
I could marry you and make you my first husband. Or my second. Or my third. How much are you worth?
Currently, as Lord of Bloomberry, a lot.
So, would you like poison or a knife in the back? And she'll just give him a playful hug. And kiss him on the cheek. And we can just end there as she comforts him.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a good place to go to break.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm half asleep, apparently, because my brain just shut down for a second. we'll be back in 5 minutes, so don't go nowhere unless it's to grab food, grab drinks, go to the bathroom.
Make a
Yeah,
donation
we'll
to
see.
charity. You know, just the
Donate!
usual. Bye, guys.
Bye!
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone.
Hi. Hi, everyone. So we are back. You guys discussed a lot of things. A lot of consequences were had. And conversations were had. Anything else before you leave? One last chance.
I'll ask Lucy to dance. I stole her
Mhm.
Good dance, Lucy.
If
I'll
you
maybe
like,
pull her aside real quick just before we leave to do this because she would have done it fairly quickly.
I'm
Oh,
so
God.
popular today.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you don't have to, but I figure if I am to adopt you, it's traditional for us that parents give adults names to attach to theirs. It doesn't have to be a last name. We don't I don't really have a last name. I just have the name I was given. So I thought I'd give you one if you want it. It can be like a middle name, maybe.
All right.
Okay. And I was trying to think of something that was quite perfect, and I thought maybe Amane, which means beautiful whisper, felt appropriate.
I love it.
Okay. Mine has something to do with moonflower, just.
She'll give
Anyway.
her a squeeze and a kiss.
Mm,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Oh, well. She just kind of.
Awkward mom.
Yeah. I'll
So,
type out the spelling for you. Hang on.
Thank you.
before you leave, you and Titus can have your dance. Then you get to leave. Jack is there with you, sending you off, as well as Fanor and Ezra. Jack will give you Lucy a kiss goodbye. Fanor will give you Anthony a kiss goodbye. Jarek and Ash are there. They'll be leaving soon after you. But it's a big family hug and squeeze and kiss. Beltane is there. It's just like
Does he give Titus a kiss?
he does. Oh dear, I didn't want you to feel left out.
Fine, I wasn't feeling left out.
You're
Well, maybe it was
weird
just more
ass
for me.
Faye.
Darling, you haven't even seen the half of it.
I don't want to see any of it.
See what
Too
he gets up
late.
to on the end days of the week.
Yes. Well, as you all gather around and where are you going?
Fernshire.
Fernshire.
How are you getting there?
Asking Ezra?
Okay. Ezra will takes him a moment. He's able to gather all of you. Okay, now hold hands together like good little children. Right.
It's a little rude,
well,
but fine.
Yes, you are, dear. Well, count to 1, 2, and then you're just it's a bit poof. And you are outside Fernshire. You're not in Fernshire. Let me. Oh, did I not? Oh wait, that's the wrong map.
I'm not as crazy as I used to be when we've popped in and out of existence.
That's good.
That's new.
Well, considering your new features, maybe your inner ear has changed as well.
That's possible.
This body has not been beaten into the ground multiple times, true.
looks over to Lucy. I mean, we could arrange that.
We can work
You
on
could
it.
try. Oh, Titus! I just flip my hands over and produce
Yes,
a
you're
small
very
little
welcome.
cannon.
Bye.
Bye. Yes, thank you. Look,
Thank you,
And she's
Ezra.
gonna give Roshin a big hug.
Goodbye,
you're
darling.
lovely, beautiful.
Good luck, dear. He'll say to Roshin.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
See here, that's why I wasn't responding. Whoops.
What?
I thought Beltane was the one bringing us here.
No. It was Ezra.
Sorry.
They have similar voices, yeah.
Thank you.
Elaborate gaze.
Look, and I produce Freya. So she's a cannon.
She is gorgeous.
I know. Some of my best work. And she has a range of 120 feet. Force damage. I've changed her fire type, so when you're around her, you won't get spooked by her. So she will change it if you need it. But her main attack is fire. But she can also make us all feel very giddy and happy.
Why?
I don't know. That's a feature I did not program. I think she picked it up from Khrushchev.
She might have learned that one from me. Sorry.
Maybe. But we get a little boost to our health when we fight if we so choose.
I mean,
to have-
Kristoff was, in the medical wing.
Yes. So she's very multifaceted. Just taps into a lot of magic on my end, but she can do it all.
You know, a lot of your children are multifaceted and multi-riveted and multi-screwed.
Yes.
Just look to Lucy and give a groan. Anyway, Fernshire.
Fernshire, yes.
I'll pull out a paper bird and write a quick note, and hoping, because we're hopefully close by-ish, it won't take too long, and write off a quick note to Xander and just say that we are in Fernshire, and to let us know if he wants to meet up anytime soon.
Okay. You send off the paper bird and it goes into the city somewhere. You're just outside of it. You were teleported into the tree line, but a ways from the main gate, so it's not just like, oh, look, people teleporting. But as you get out of the tree line, you see that there's a gate. Strangely enough, you see that the gate is, does have a road where people come in with carts, but it's also combined with an opening for the river for, for the river. Sorry, I lost on my brain train. To get carrying cargo, and other things. But you do see a line of people getting in. There is an entrance for just people coming in and out, merchants, and the river. So you're free to go in.
Lucy,
And
Lucy's changed her face to one of the identities.
Okay. What does she look like?
I haven't thought that far ahead.
Okay.
Give me
She
a
looks
minute.
different.
I'm just
She
saying, for
looks
the sake
different.
of storytelling, like her hood is up, but she is already prepared to look differently.
Okay.
Well, where should we head first? Should we try and find your friend, or should we find Mermaid's Melody?
Oh, well, we can go to find Mermaid's Melody right now. I've sent Paperbird off to Xander, so he can let us know if he is definitely here.
All right.
So Mermaid's Melody is definitely a point of contact. It'd be useful to find out as well if she has spent any time at the undersea. Is there like a settlement of sorts in the water off from here? Because I'm not sure how close
I think it was mentioned that it was, but we were told she's not allowed to go to the water.
Yeah. All right.
There is a bit further out, because I'll put you in the map, so you can see. Let me put these two together. As you can see, the water comes in, so that's gonna be mostly full of ships and port. So the settlement will have to be a little ways out, but she's not
Yeah.
allowed to go.
She's not allowed there. Okay, that's fine. Just because
Yeah.
I think I know somebody who is there, so if we needed to contact, but that's
Mhm.
okay.
It is
Alright.
harder to get into there because it is a trade port, so it's not like there's going to be like a settlement right under where all the trade ships come in.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's fine.
You know someone in the area.
Yes. Well, I know someone who lives in the underwater settlement. If it becomes useful, we can. There's no point if she doesn't go there, but at least if it seems to come up, I can get in touch with them.
Well, the point of contact if she decides to run is points to the map, like has to cross ocean.
Yeah.
She might need their help, even if she doesn't
That's
stay
true.
there.
Yeah. All right. Well, for now, the tavern, and we'll wait and see if there's a response in the paper bird.
okay. So where are you heading?
Into town via the gate with our fancy documentation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which, RJ, you were gone at break. You do have an alternate identity. You can decide what it is, but it was forged for you by Shadow at court.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll look for just a random person on the street, maybe a merchant at like a food cart or something. Lucy's very into food carts. It's her thing. They know everything. And she'll find someone's, excuse me, I am supposed to be meeting an old friend at somewhere called the Mermaid's Melody. Would you happen to know the way to there?
Mm, it's a bit far off. It's the other side of town, right by the
Okay.
docks.
Do we keep going down this road?
Yeah, he kind of looks like he's like, if you keep going down that road, it's gonna veer off a little bit to the left, but keep going on it. It's right at the end line of the buildings that leads to the dock. There's gonna be one. It's gonna be at the corner.
Excellent. Thank you so much. My directions got
Nice.
ruined.
Happens all the time. Have a good day, miss.
You too. Is he a merchant of some sort?
Are you looking for the customer or the person that owns the food cart?
No, just whoever she's talking to now. If
It's a merchant grabbing lunch, yes.
she'll pay for their lunch and thank them and head on.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy your
Have a
day.
good day. Thank you. Oh,
Right, this way.
pretty nice. So yeah, you can make here, let me how do I how do I give you guys oops, that's why I wasn't in the right. So you're walking and oh, yeah, okay, you see that it is very much a trade town. Anywho, uh you see that the buildings are made of sturdy gray stone, dark stone. You think it might have been lighter stone to begin with, but the air is filled with salt. Um, Stains it. But it gives it a strange, a darker feel to it. A more worn feel to it, even though the town isn't that old. In the expanse of things. But a lot of grays, browns. You notice that the um, establishments that are trying to get your attention will use contrasting colors or brighter metallic colors to kind of catch a glimpse of your eye and bring you in. It is as you walk through town, it is a mixture of a lot of different cultures because it is a trade town. You get different types of food and trade and what's the word? It's not items, but items. Mercantile.
Mhm.
My brain is not The coffee wore out, guys, if you can tell.
It's a very
Um,
diverse marketplace.
It's a very
There you go.
diverse marketplace. There's different neighborhoods are styled differently, even though they have the um, same buildings. You even see some that have been painted, and they're murals. So all the sides of the buildings have been painted as murals, bright and colorful. Others have been decorated with certain patterns, and you can see each section that does belong to a certain culture. They have slowly but surely made that section their own. Um, but it's about midday. It is a busy time of the day, but eventually you do make it to the other side right here. Um, and as you said, right at the corner, so it would be actually this. Um, there is almost a square of buildings all put together. You see some are eateries, others are just really kind of low dollar like inn. It's just kind of like what's it called um where sailors kind of not sailors but modern day people that work on ships kind of stay there. It's a charter house.
Mm-hmm.
Charter house.
Yeah.
So you see some one or two buildings are charter houses for certain people, but at the corner of that little block of businesses, you do see a inn. It's not the best looking inn. It's a den for sailors. But it does have it has a little hanging wooden slat that has a symbol of a mermaid, and you see a musical notes coming from her mouth as she's singing. And it does say Mermaid's Melody.
Charming.
Smells.
I was being sarcastic.
Hmm.
Try not to breathe through your nose.
Why is it fishy? There are no oceans near here.
There's fish in rivers, isn't there?
Yes, but not this bad.
Rose, why is it fishy? Are river fish fishier?
No.
Ask the druid about the animal shit.
Yeah. It smells fishy because they fish.
Okay.
Fish processing plant. They appear to be packing them.
Fish farming.
There's triggered.
Whatever. We'll
Anyway.
just try not to breathe. Oh, Titus, you have prestidigitation, don't you? Can't you do a smell thing?
Oh, it really doesn't bother me any. I grew up around docks.
Yeah, I grew up next to an ocean, so it's...
Oh, you
Lucy-
meant for you guys.
Lucy just wrinkles her nose and looks at Anthony. Let's go.
Alright, as I tap soon and a lavender spell fills the air.
Oh, I love him even more.
No, it just smells like fish and lavender.
It's really hard to mask the smell of fish.
It is.
Titus will pull out a handkerchief, snap. It'll smell like lavender, and hand it to Lucy. To put
It
over
won't
her
take
nose.
very long. Your noses are going to acclimatize to it very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Pushes open the door and goes in.
You push open the door, and you walk in. It is midday. It's about lunch break for a lot of workers, so it is full. Not extensively so, because there are other taverns around here, but this seems to be a favorite one. And you see a tough-looking Goliath woman behind the bar. She has a type of shirt that's almost like a pirate shirt that's open. It's kind of poofy, but it doesn't have sleeves. So you see their really big arms. She's about 7.5 feet tall. So this tavern does have high ceilings. but you see they have short hair, and you see the markings, the Goliath markings that they have run from their face, almost look like scratches coming up from the sides and up into the hairline. And from what you can tell when they turn around, it keeps going through the back, and then they have other markings around their arms and their biceps. But they are just taking orders, cleaning glasses, everything. And you see a few interesting characters. Many of them are sailors. Some of them just look to be dressed a little bit more of a higher status, as in not sailors, but they're captains, or they are I forgot the name for captain's helper.
First mate.
First mate. I'm like, it's not crewmate because that's the regular. Yeah. And you do see also that some of them do have like certain markings of color that match. Anthony and I would say Titus, you would know this. It matches the colors of the ship. In case anybody needed to kind of flag them down, it's kind of like a easier way of getting to people here. It's like, oh, sir, who's the owner of the gray ship with the license plate? You're about to get towed. um, but yeah. So you go in. What do you do?
Lucy will go up to the bar and order a round of ales for her friend. Nothing flashy. Friends. Nothing flashy, just travelers coming in, getting some
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah, if you order ale, it's just ale.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like, gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, the Goliath woman looks to you. You notice that they do, other than the markings, they do have a scar that goes up half their face, right through the eye. And they just nod, and it's like one, two, it's four. They take 4 tankards in one hand and start just pouring, and then just clank them down on top of you. That'll be 5 silver.
She'll pay it.
Take it, put it uh in their pocket. Anything else?
I think that's it for now. Do you want anything else? Looks at the others.
Some rums would be nice if they have any.
Somewhat.
Rum.
We got rum.
Mm.
Kind of rum you looking for?
Oh, a white rum. Coconut rum if you have it.
Can do. Got a fresh shipment the other day.
I love coastal towns.
You see them open up a you see that the liquor behind the bars, behind like little caged things like doors. For what reason, I'm sure you can imagine. So they open one and take out a already open bottle, but they pour you some rum. Anybody else?
Ale is fine.
I'm good, thank
Okay.
you.
Though if you do have some oranges, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, I do. Scurvy, bro. Yeah. 1 orange.
3, kind of peckish.
He's
Okay.
really trying to avoid the scurvy.
It's common. They kind of go to the back where there seems to be a kitchen. And you see them come back, 3 oranges, all in one hand. Put them down in front of you.
Well,
Are you doing
orange, you
anything
a
with
dexterous one.
Oh.
Boo.
You're all
What?
terrible, you know that.
I
have
was
never
paying her
heard
a
that one
compliment.
before. I've never heard that one before.
Really?
Thank you.
Thank you
Hey,
very much.
So, are you doing anything later tonight?
Who are you asking?
Goliath woman. Bartender.
She pauses and looks you over. I don't know, am I?
Mm-hmm.
You could be.
Sell me on it.
I'm too tired for this.
roll up a persuasion check. We'll leave it to a check.
I'm gonna use a nat 20. That's 26.
She's actually entertained by how you just came up and just like, yeah, you, big one, yeah. And you actually see her crack a smile. Looks like I am.
Nice.
My shift ends at 7.
Can't wait.
So
I'm sorry, my
romantic.
brain went to my mom was an orc and my dad was a very ballsy.
Very ballsy elf. Yeah. But yeah, you scored yourself a date with a really tall Goliath lady.
I do like Goliath.
So as you have your drinks, your dates, your oranges, what would you like to do?
Lucy's gonna scan the room and see if she sees a Triton woman.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I am not very perceptive as Lucy.
We're told she's pale blue / purple with a scar on her face.
Yeah. 11 plus 2, so 13.
13. You actually see a couple of Titans, actually. They are actually really good sailors because they know the sea very well. You see some. Like I said, it's midday. It's pretty full. So some tables are blocking others. You do see some, about 3 around in the tables around you, and maybe 2 or 3 more in the back. But you can't really get a good look at the ones in the back. The 3 around you, the 2 of them are male, and one of them is a female.
Is there anything towards the back of the inn that would be of interest that I could fake that I'm going to look at?
I mean, they have different.
Like, is there someone back there playing music or anything that I can go and?
Yeah. I mean, it's a.
Is it one of those sailors' bars that has like old relics and stuff like that?
Yeah, I was about to say they do on the walls.
Yeah.
They have like relics, like a ship wheel, an anchor, small things. They do have like someone playing, of course, sea shanty type music towards the back as well.
She will. I'm gonna do a lap. Don't cause any bar fights. She'll take her tankard with her, and she's just going to, like, in that curious tourist sort of way, just, like, walk the room, kind of like when you're in an Applebee's and there's all that stuff up on the wall.
Yeah.
And just sort of walk the room and just slowly take it all in while also taking in who's in the room. And when she gets to she'll tip whoever's playing a gold piece and keep walking.
They give you a wink and a nod.
And then when she gets back to where the other Tritons are, excuse me, I'm absolutely fascinated by sailing. I'm not quite sure what that is. Do any of you know? I recently inherited a ship. I'm trying to learn.
God, I don't know anything about ships.
I mean, you don't have to actually describe it. She's just opening up the conversation.
No. You see, it is actually part of a ship hull, and you see it does still have barnacles stuck in there. That one is part of one of the Tritons says it's a man with all of his teeth are sharp, and he has really nice greenish blue skin with just black eyes, and hair tied up. That's part of a ship hull, ironically called the wreck.
Oh. Rather foreboding.
Yeah. They thought, if they named it that, it would all sailor superstition, but it actually did survive quite a few storms until it didn't. So
Hmm.
this was, and all that was left of it.
Interesting. Are the is he with any female Tritons, or is it all men?
There's a few female sailors there, but I would say there's one female Triton with him.
Hmm. Did it go down near here? And she'll look around to all of them. Or was it somewhere else?
Uh, it
I'm a
went
dumb
down.
tourist.
Yeah. It went down near the coast where Malatia was. Malatia, sorry, that's the name. That's me. Where Malatia is, I got really close to getting home, but the storm weirdly enough followed.
Where
So
is that
it
location?
is
So
in the south. It's not too far off Fernshire. I'll put you on that map real quick so you
Okay.
can see. It's right here.
Okay.
So maybe another days or 3/4 of a day travel.
Is south of that, is that where the underwater community that the bartender, I can't remember his name, told her about?
That would be there's two. There's one here in these little islands, and there's one here in these little islands.
Oh, I think I recognize that. I have a friend who told me of an underwater community near there. I think there's one to the east.
Yeah, there's one to the east, one to the west.
It's absolutely fascinating. Thank you for your time. She'll give her false name, which I will have to make up later because I didn't prep for that.
That's fine.
And you?
Alton. He puts his hand out.
Pleasure to
Nice
meet
to
you,
meet you.
Alton. Do you all
I
come here
can
often?
show you. Yeah, I can show you more about ships later on if you want.
I'd love to hear more, especially if it's with you. Your friends are welcome to come along. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself to all of you. And she'll shake everyone's hand and
Yeah.
try and get their names.
Yeah, you get around names. It's a few. There's a mix of people. There's some elves. Here, let me get you names. There's some elves. A tiefling. There's the Triton woman. A couple of humans.
I do apologize for you having to name all these people on the spot.
It's fine. So the. Oh, that's not the one I had. The Triton woman. Oh wait, that's because it's not in that one. Okay, I have Tuesday notes. Color key notes. Anyway, it's fine. The woman's name is Pearl. And you can tell she was named Pearl because her skin, while it does have that blue greenish tone, it has a pearlescent sheen to it. The humans will give you, there's a man and a woman, a human name. They give you the names Solara for the woman and Radiel for the man. There is an elf with the name. Where are my notes? What I want to do. Anyway, I can't find my notes. So these are gonna be new names. With the name. An elf. I said elf, right?
Mm-hmm. You can give it to us later when you find your notes if you want.
No. I don't know where they are. It's fine. Say, Jordan with a Y. And then
Okay.
There's a tiefling named Catastrophe.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Would you mind if my friends came and we chatted with you a bit? We're new to the area. We don't know many people.
Sure.
Excellent. I'll be right back. She'll give her
They seem
most.
to be a very like laid back group of sailors.
She'll give her most charming smile and go back. Oh, the Triton woman doesn't fit the description in the back, but they are open to us sitting with them, so it might help us blend in. Would you all like to go?
Yes, absolutely.
Does the
Sounds
other
great.
Triton woman kind of match the description?
Make a perception check.
What's my perception again? 17.
17. And towards the back, when you made your rounds, you did see a few more Tritons. Sorry. Ooh, you do see a few more Tritons. One that it looks to be a much bigger, buffer male Triton. One you can't really tell gender, and then one that you can only tell they're a Triton by their hands. They seem to be wearing a hood. They are towards the back, and they seem to have one other person with them, a Aracraka. It kind of looks like a large Kenku because it's a raven Aracraka. But yeah.
Well, we may hear names being bandied around, and it seems to be the sort of community that if she is, here often, that they might know her.
Well, not sure, but there's someone with a hood up that I believe to be a Triton in the back. I can't tell if they're male or female. They're sitting with the Arakakra.
Alright. I can try and listen in or see to get a good angle.
Okay. Come on, let's go meet my new friends.
Alright. I'll shake arms with Lucy and head over.
You meet the table of people whose name I just gave you. It's funny because once you come back and you introduce Catastrophe, the tiefling, who is a pale blue gray, like a stormy gray. You see that they have a lot of scars on them, and they're also missing a finger from their left hand. So you can kind of tell why their name is Catastrophe. But they have a really pleasant smile. But yeah, you sit down and they all talk to you, and it's like, oh, what are you in town for?
Traveling. I'm trying to see the world.
Oh, well.
They're humoring me.
Port is a way of getting stories, at least from people that've seen the world, getting other locations you might want to go. What kind of locations you're looking for, miss?
Oh, well, I'm trying to look for things that feel exciting. And I'm sort of on a food journey as well. I'm trying out local dishes from the places that we go. So I take recommendations as we travel and then go and visit the places we've been recommended.
She's an absolutely wonderful cook, too.
Yes. Well, I find, you're going to learn a lot more about the things you can deliver to people if you broaden your horizons a little.
That's very true. Well, if you like trying different foods, there's a really good town to try different foods from different cultures.
I've found that about coastal towns.
It's a lot of a melting pot for cultures.
Yeah. Are you all from here, or do you come here from all over?
A little bit. Some are from here. Most of us are from all over. I myself am from one of the not colonies, settlements to the west of Tritons.
Lovely. Yes, I have a Triton friend, actually. Really need to visit them sometime. Some people here are scared of the water, though, so we haven't gone in yet.
I'm warming up to it.
Yes.
Well, little lady, if you just got a new boat, you might want to get rid of that fear.
Well,
I'm working on it.
Yes.
at least have a life preserver on hand.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's what I'm for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll
Every
do-
day,
Yeah.
you know, in the morning, I cast it again, water breathing, we're fine.
Water breathing can get you so far if you don't know how to swim.
Well, there is
You'll be
also water
breathing
walking.
water at the bottom of the ocean.
Yes, at least with water walking, you know, she'll go in so
Yeah.
far and then just bloop back up to the
Yeah.
top.
Elton will lean in towards you, Lucy, with a very charming smile. If you ever need to learn how to swim, he'll wink at you.
I'll keep that in mind.
No best to than a Triton.
Yes, well.
Well, as newcomers, we'll get you around drinks. There is some spiced rum from Vatish that they get here sometimes. It is really good.
I do like a spice rum.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to start on the clear stuff.
That's fair.
Mm.
But he'll look over to the Goliath woman whose name is Amara. You would have known this, Titus. And they'll kind of do like a symbol for a round, and he'll scream out, "Purple Kraken rum," and they'll nod. And eventually you do get a round of rum. It's really good. Free-bodied rum.
Do I spot, while we're sitting here and getting a better look at our hooded friend in the back, do I spot like a ladies' room or anything that I could potentially walk by that table plausibly to go to?
Yeah, there's ladies' room to the back.
Okay. Is it like
It's
on
a-
the way to the table? Like, would I have to pass them to go there?
I would say so, yeah, because they're in like a back corner, and to me, like the bathrooms are always in the back, towards in the corner. That's
Yeah.
how my mind works and places them.
Then Lucy will sit for a while with them, drinking a lot, and lean into Ro and just say, "I'm gonna do something stupid."
Okay. Do you want
I love
company?
At
Follow,
some
but
point-
not closely behind.
Okay.
Lucy will get up a little wobbly and excuse herself from the table.
Yeah.
Ro knows she ain't fucking wobbly on.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
she will.
roll follow. I'm doing the follow behind because, you know, in new places, ladies go to the toilet in pairs.
She has her glass with her because she's portraying that kind of drunk girl that takes. It's gross. And she will be turning like she's gonna talk back to Ro, stumble a little bit, and the glass will spill onto the table of the hooded Triton in their direction. "Oh, I'm so sorry. I had a little too much with my new friends over there. Can I get you another drink?" And she will like grab a
No.
she's gonna like grab a napkin or something and like reach over to start like
You see
blotting.
that there were papers on the table.
Do I get a look at the papers?
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm going to try and look at the Triton.
you're gonna make a perception check with disadvantage because as soon as you spill, they pick up the papers to
Can
try
I-
and salvage them.
Can I use my natural 20,
Yeah.
please? Thank you. Thank you, subs, for the nat 20. There it goes. Okay. It was nice while I had it.
Yeah. And do I get a look at the person?
The person, they still have their hoods up. You do get a glimpse of a skin. So from the hands, you do notice the hands are webbed hands. But you do see that, at least from the bottom, that it is you do see scales.
Because she'll do that thing, you know, where you kind of like lean in and down to their height and be like,
Mhm.
I am so sorry.
Okay, you do that. They're picking up some of the papers. The Araka's like, it's okay, don't worry. And they're like, she'll eventually like take your hand and put it away with napkin.
Can I
don't
use
need to help.
create or destroy water to destroy it and turn it into mist to get rid of all the liquid?
It's rum.
Mm.
Yes.
There's enough water content in
Yeah.
there to break apart water particles.
Yeah.
And then the alcohol just absorbs into the atmosphere. It's fine.
Yeah, it evaporates.
You see that the Triton looks up to both of you with like a glare. It's fine.
Do we get to see the face when they look up?
You do.
Okay. Is
You
it?
Yeah,
see
try look
a
for scar.
Triton woman with scales around her face, gold eyes, and a scar that goes from one edge of the mouth to the ear.
I am so sorry. Can I get you anything? I really, I water for
You-
the rest of the night.
You've done enough. It's fine.
Again,
Come on, darling, it's all right.
she'll let Ro
I-
pull her away. Again, I'm very
Yeah.
sorry. Honestly, this is vacation, you know. And she'll go with
All
Ro.
right, dear, come on, and I'll sit you down and kind of pat and mouth sorry over to them.
Yeah. You see them both just shaking their head. The Aircroc is a bit more understanding,
Mhm.
but they're like, you see them kind of talking to the woman, and she's just whatever. Puts papers away, and you see them stand up and leave.
Lucy's gonna go with Ro to the ladies' room. Are they going out the front door?
Yeah.
Hits the earring. They're leaving. I'm gonna follow at a distance.
Want me to follow at a distance?
Why don't we all follow at a distance? And if we go into the ladies' room, I'm going to. I can turn into a bird now. I'm going to turn into a bird. I'm going to be a beautiful parrot on your shoulder.
You and Ro go.
You go into the bathroom with a friend and yourself, and you come out with a pair and no friend.
Hey, I could be taking my time in there. The
Lucy-
food has
Lucy
not
will-
agreed with me.
Lucy will go back to the table and it appears I've had a little too much to drink. Titus, would you mind getting some air with me?
Do you have a parrot on your shoulder?
You can let me out window.
Yeah, I might have let her out the window. Rose,
Okay.
she's making a call to her husband.
Titus will stand and offer his arm to her. He's humming along to the sea shanty.
Sorry, we'll be back shortly. I need to stretch my legs a bit. Will you all be here later tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely will be here later tonight.
Oh, we all know you're going to be here later
Oh.
tonight. He has a date with the bartender.
Good luck.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Good.
Well, we'll see you all in a bit. And Lucy
ya.
will... Does Anthony come with us?
Yeah, he'll pick up his bag and follow.
I will flown out and around to the front door so that I can be in the air and following those people because I'm colorful enough that Lucy will be able to spot me, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Rose the parrot. And she'll lean on Titus a little heavily as they leave to kind of sell the I'm too drunk and I need some air story.
Okay. You walk out. Make a perception check, whoever wishes to.
I'm assuming I will be as well.
Etty 20.
13.
Flight.
You,
13.
Roisin, how far up are you flying?
Just high enough that I'm like top of building height,
Okay.
but like I can still see. I'll have been trying to trail them, and then if they're going somewhere where I can like land and then fly and then land, I'm just keeping an eye on them basically.
Titus 3020, Lucy, what did you get?
13.
Anthony, what did you get?
13.
Roisin?
Let me see if they've got stats for parrots. I think it's just a +2, so a 16.
16. Okay. You do see two figures. With the Raven Narakraka, it's not too hard to spot for you, Roisin, with a bird's eye view. Lucy and Anthony, you are trying to find them in the mist of the crowd. But again, it's near midday. It is still a busy time in the streets. There's a lot of people, and you can't seem to get a glimpse of them. Titus, you are a little bit lost at first, but you do see a You know how raven feathers have that nice blue purple glistening when the
Mm.
sun hits? You do see someone's head turning the glisten of those feathers, and obviously a black beak, so you know it's a raven or a croco. You catch that in the as you're looking through the crowd.
I'm just gonna be trailing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So
Just turns to Lucy. Will you be okay, love? You're muted.
Yes. Why?
You'll break away from her and start sneaking around.
make a stealth check for me.
26.
26. You are stealthy as fuck. You're able to weave your way through the crowd without even really touching people as you do. And as you're stealthing, you're able to let me double check. I mean, probably not, but I'll still roll for them.
They can
Because
add
they're
20.
being what?
They can add 20.
They could. That's why I'm gonna roll. You. Doo-doo.
Lucy, while they're walking,
Mhm.
Lucy's going to activate her speak with animals in case Ro comes
I
down.
almost got 20, but I rolled 2 2s. So, you're gonna activate speak with animals to talk to Ro. Okay.
Should she come near me, that way I'm already prepared.
Yeah. Okay. So you two, you and Anthony are left by yourselves as Titus leaves, Rose in bird form. Titus, you are leading your way through the crowd. They don't seem to notice you, even though you see them kind of looking around just in case. Lucy and Anthony, what are you doing?
Look to Lucy. You're cold, my dear.
Do we still have sight of Ro?
Did you follow? Like, did you keep walking into the crowd?
Yeah. She would have
Okay,
kept moving. She would have
make a
stopped.
perception check. Both of you, if you wish.
I've lost sight of Ro. Do you see her anywhere?
I'm your luck.
Lucy rolled a 5 for a 7. So
14.
14. You you catch it's not too hard. You do catch a glimpse of red feathers further out into the distance, but they quickly disappear.
I'll nod in the direction.
Yeah.
she'll take Anthony's arm, and just as she was with Titus, acting though she's a bit too drunk, and let's keep going then.
And you keep following.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make me to another perception check to see how well you're following. Roshin is a bird.
18.
19.
Okay, you're eventually able to really catch where Roshin is. Roshin, please make me a perception check as well as Titus. Because you're following for a while. They seem to be walking for a long time.
Do you want another stealth check or perception check? Sorry.
Both.
I
So-
just rolled credit. I'll take one of my nat 20s because I've not been using them for anything. So.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for your
Net 20s.
Thank you,
Okay.
subs. We love you.
Yay! All right, and I'll change that on the spreadsheet.
Nat 20s
Perception.
aren't just for combat.
I also have that bit advantage that I keep forgetting to use, but
Oh yeah.
that'll be for
Do I
later.
still have that? Yes,
no.
I'll use my. No, I don't.
No, you used yours.
You've got 20s.
I have just 20s. Okay.
You also have a potion of healing.
Oh, I thought I took that. I'm sorry. Perception is a 24. Stealth is a 20.
You follow them for another. You've been following for about 10 minutes. You follow for another. What was your perception check, Roshin? And are you trying to fly stealthily as a parrot?
20 and not necessarily. She's trying to act somewhat natural.
Mm-hmm.
If that
Okay.
makes sense.
So you two are able to easily find Ro and follow her. Titus, you see after a few minutes of walking, they do turn into an alleyway. And Roisin, you see the same thing as well. Let me check something. Okay. They almost disappear into the alleyway. Are you following Titus? Titus? Are you following?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You turn the corner and let's see. Make me a what's grapple? It's athletics versus
Strength, I
acrobatics or
think, isn't it?
athletics.
Well, they have to roll athletics, and then I
Oh.
can
Yeah.
use either acrobatics or athletics to get out of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a net 20 here.
Okay.
27.
Okay. Not 20.
For a 20 what?
Let me check their stats. Where's my rogue sheet? I've just been using a dice roller on. Let me get my. Yeah, here we go. Not 24A. I should really have these things printed out. It takes less. For not 24A, 30.
Yikes!
No.
This is fine.
So as you walk in a few steps in, you turn the corner a few steps in, you suddenly feel yourself being pulled in and shoved into the wall, and there's a knife at your back, and you can hear someone speaking to your ear. Who are you?
Well, I myself am a concerned individual. I don't know what I am to you currently. I wasn't actually informed.
What do you want?
Oh, to make sure you're the right person.
You do know, because you were there, I'll remind you, that this person was involved in the situation that took your family.
Yep.
How far away are Lucy and Anthony?
Make a perception check, because he was stealthing.
Oh, thank God. 21.
You do see him go into. What did you roll a 24?
21.
It was.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
no, not you.
I just rolled a 20 for stealth that time.
Okay, a 20. So with a 21, you do see Roshin. You do see also Titus. They turning into an alley and Titus going into the alleyway. As you fly a little bit further to the end of the alleyway, you don't see anybody leaving or anybody exiting the alleyway. Lucy, you're able to guide Anthony as you see the tail end of Titus's hood go turn the corner of an alleyway.
So, before you get hurt, I just want some answers.
Lucy will head directly for the alleyway.
Anthony too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly down and land on Lucy's shoulder.
Okay.
Freya's in front of Anthony, powering up slowly.
Titus is going to. Well, he's gonna wait for her answer.
While you say that, while everything's happening, you said before you get hurt, what?
Before you get hurt, I would like some answers.
I don't think you're in the position to ask questions as they press a blade of some sorts to your back.
He misty steps behind her and then pulls out his crossbow. And sits.
Can we round the corner at this point?
Yeah, you'll round the corner. And you also hear clicks as you see the Arakraka has 2 guns.
Oh, put all of that away, damn it. Lucy casts...
Antony looks excited.
Stop.
Guns!
Stop it.
Oh, right.
Lucy takes
I'm
down...
not excited about this.
Lucy takes down her hood, casts message at the Triton woman so only she can hear, and she says, "Your shadow is still trying to look over you." I'm here to help.
See gold eyes glowing faintly in the shadow of the alleyway.
So everyone can hear. I'm sorry, he's an idiot. Not to Titus.
Not the time, Lucy.
She is looking at all of you. You see a short sword still in her hand.
I promise I won't use any magic. Can we all just put our things down and talk for a minute?
She looks at your crossbow, Titus.
Titus, please. She's not going to talk to you with that pointed at her back.
Lower it, but makes a clear sign that he's not unloading it.
Sorry, that's the best you're going to get out of him right now.
The Arakraka looks through everyone. You did hear the safety on him, unlock the safety, and he does the same thing where he lowers the guns, but it is still ready to fire. What do you want?
Can I come into the alleyway without getting a knife to the throat?
I don't know, can you?
She rolls her eyes and puts her hands down. Can I trust your little friend? I wasn't told about him.
If you're here, you're on behalf of who I think you are, then I'm sure you know not to trust anyone.
Well, yes. But I can't say what I need to say in front of him if you don't trust him, so this is up to you. Would you like to go somewhere and have a little girl talk? Maybe a drink? I have whiskey. Maybe just to the end of the alleyway. He can still watch us. I'll even let him point his guns at me. She'll give him a little wink.
She kind of looks over to the Arakraka, and they seem to have a cut. Does anybody here speak Primordial?
Mm-mm.
Onyx
Aquan.
hosting.
Mm-mm.
Okay. They have a conversation in Aquan. And the Arakraka you see leaves to the other end of the alleyway, which is far enough to not hear, but still there, within range of a gunshot, and they can see you.
If you decide to shoot, aim for my chest, not my face, dear. At least leave me looking pretty. And she'll turn her back to him. Tibet sent us. He's hoping that you can join him.
What are you talking about? Join him where?
Well, I'm not really sure exactly. I set up the program for
I
people
don't
who...
even know where he is.
Well, that makes 2 of us. But he is alive. You can send him a paper bird, I think. Or sending. Do you know sending?
Who the fuck are you all?
Some people who want to help you out of a shitty situation.
Why?
Because I used to be in the same shitty situation. I've turned over a new leaf. I promised him...
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry, Satan, you said that she was involved with my family affairs.
When you were in the questioning Tivet, he did mention that she was involved. Through his words, he says that basically she's one of the few people that to him is one of the good ones, that still has some sort of moral. You don't know her involvement in it, But that doesn't mean anything to you, I'm assuming. Doesn't care. But she was involved in some way or shape or form.
Titus is going to stow his crossbow and pull out the pomade and run it through his hair, drawing it long and scarlet again. Seem familiar?
Fucking hell.
I can tell you how to get to Tibet. And you can...
I'm getting really mixed messages here.
Sorry. I can tell you how to get to him. You two can be outfitted with a new life to do whatever the heck it is you dream of, but he spoke rather highly of you and thought that you would have some information that we need.
Fucking
You give
idiot.
us information. You can go spend the rest of your days with your shadow.
We don't attempt to skewer, impale, and blow each other apart in this alleyway.
Come with me.
All right.
And she will walk over to the Arakraka, say something, again, that in a language you don't understand. It's a conversation of a few minutes, and you see they are in conflict. He doesn't seem to be liking what she's saying, but she puts her foot down, basically. And the way it's a bird face, so the expressions are a little different, but whoever wants you can make an insight check if you want to get like a bit of a gist of the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm rolling a 2, so...
Okay.
Lucy's just gonna pat Titus's arm. You're
13.
all right.
15.
15. Okay. 13, 15. It's not too hard to tell that. She is able to convince him. But he's still wary. Uh, it seems that the way she has convinced him is not by the prettiest of things. Maybe a threat of some sorts. You're not sure. But he kind of just rolls his eyes and just gives a nod. And in common, he says, "If you die, that's not my fault," and just walks away.
Fair enough.
He says that to her.
Yeah, to her.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry, just from out of the corner, Titus doesn't look at Lucy, but he has a dark smile on his face. One step closer.
Just be careful. She squeezes his arm a little bit.
Mhm.
Pulls his hood
I'll
back
go-
up for him.
Yeah, I'll go and hop on
Um,
his shoulder and do
mhm.
that thing that birds do where I sort of like peck at your hair a little bit.
With that, she turns around and says, "How dexterous are all of you?"
Quite.
Good. And she walks off, assuming you're following. And with that, we'll leave it till next week, where Titus might get one step further. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I think it left off on a good
Good cliffhanger.
right cliffhanger. Is she wanting to talk with you? Is she just gonna kill you all? Who knows?
We'll find out next week if we're rolling new,
Find out
new
next
characters.
week. If you're really new, I mean, you do have new fake identities, so hey, those are unique characters. If everything goes to plan, I think next week might be the last week that we have RJ. So we're gonna try and make it a really good send off. But we'll see. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, you all amazing players, for playing this game with me and allowing me to run for you. RJ for coming in to these. Was going to be a little mini arc, but turned out to be much longer, and we're more than happy to have you here. And thank you, Elle, for all the work you do, because this stream wouldn't be possible without everybody here, including viewers like you. With that, we're going to do a little quick send-off. We're going to talk about who we are, where you can find us, but most importantly, about some charities that we're backing this month. So let's start off with the lovely Mama Bear. Tell us who you are and what charity you're backing.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma, or Homily on the internet, playing Roisin today. And I am backing the National Black Leadership Commission on Health. They champion the promotion of health and prevention of diseases to reduce disparities and achieve equity within the Black community, because systematic racism is a thing and it's no more obvious than in the healthcare system in America, which is fucking stupid. So it tries to help bridge some of those things. So.
Thank you for that. All the links to the charities that we'll be talking about will be put in the chat, so you just have to click if you want to learn more. Thanks to our awesome producer. Next, we'll have our maybe not so resident sad boy soon.
Everybody, I'm RJ. Today I'll be championing the Black Visions Collective, which is a Black, trans, and queer-led organization that is committed to dismantling systems of oppression and violence. Whew. Human rights, everyone. Every human has rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not lying. But yeah, again, links into the chat. Next is our Barbificer.
I'm Jen, and I am championing the Bail Project. It is a non-profit organization designed to combat mass incarceration by disrupting the money bail system, one person at a time. They support local communities and low-income Americans, and they are there to help alleviate the burden of bail, which is silly. You don't need bail to make people to come to court. You can trust them.
Hi, everyone. My name is Satan. You can find me at Vamp. 2Ps, all that stuff. It's down below. I didn't just say it. And today I am I'm backing the Loveland Foundation. It is a foundation that partners with Therapy for Black Girls, National Queer and Trans Therapists of Color Network, Tossplace, and the Open Pack Collective to give access to high quality and comprehensive mental health care to Black women and girls. So if you like to support things like that and give free mental health care to some of the most oppressed people in the United States, Black women and girls, click that link and find about ways you can give to them. And last but certainly not least, our lovely Lucy.
Hey y'all, I'm Sarah. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. Here we are a charity channel where people help me raise money for various charities. This is our 5th month doing it. In the past few months, we've consistently raised $100 each month to go to these charities that we've talked about today. The charity that Emma just told you about when we started this is our charity of the month, the National Black Leadership Commission on Health. They are an absolutely wonderful organization, and I cannot wait to make this month's donation to them. So yeah, just thank you everyone for letting me get to do this. Our first charity is my favorite charity, which is I Need Diverse Games. They champion diversity and inclusion in the games that we know and love, as well as the video game industry as a whole. But that's it for us. We hope everyone had fun today. I know I did. I think everyone else did. We'll see y'all next time. So go have a great day, drink some water, eat a healthy snack, take your meds if you need to, call someone and tell them you love them. Bye.
Love all of you.
Aw, I love
Nice.
you.